Happy Arbitrum Day! ARB token is launching today, and in this video I'm going to talk about what are the initial possibilities for the launch, how the price behaves in general. Of course, not a financial advice, only educational purpose. We're going to compare Arbitrum to previous launches like Optimism and Blur, and also talk about different threads related to that. So we have around 3 hours starting now. Basically, people will try to claim the Arbitrum token as fast as possible and try to sell it as fast as possible. Does it make sense? To some extent, yes. If you're not long-term holder, then probably this is a smart move because if you look at the prices, for example, of Optimism, this is from one of the threads on Twitter, then you can see that you have this initial pump and then it goes down. Same thing happened for LuxRare, same thing happened for Blur. For example, if you look here on Maxi, Blur initially pumped from like 10 cents to $8 and then back to like $1. The problem is that you probably won't catch this action if you want to sell in the beginning. You won't be able to sell it unless you have bots. This is like a super fast action, but still you will be able to catch most of the action around this this line here. So here you probably would be able to sell. If you go down, you probably would be able to sell still the token at around $2, one something in the first half an hour, basically. So. The speed does matter, but it doesn't matter that much unless you really have access to bots and then really can sell right away, because those kind of airdrops tend to really get pumped in the very first seconds and then it goes down. You won't be able to catch that action. So this particular advice here is on getting on your own RPC and also claiming from the contract and so on. And there are like many threads like that. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter that much because you probably will have the same speed in the end that people that will just wait on the website and just click through everything. Or even if you get a couple of seconds more, then actually it doesn't matter related to the people who actually use bots for everything and have even dozens of seconds before you. So you won't be able to catch that, but there's a lot of stuff to add here if you want to do that. Anyway, it's always a good exercise, however, so having your own custom RPC, so connecting to blockchain is a great training. So if you haven't done that never before, you can try to do it now. Also, claiming from the contract is a good exercise. So if you haven't done that, also recommend to do it. Of course, always verify the contract you're interacting with and that it's the same as from the website. So a couple of advice like that. Generally speaking, for the long term holders, it's probably better to hold. We are currently in a bear market. Arbitrum is a solid project, so I wouldn't expect the price action to be super significant in the beginning, meaning that it probably will pump, then will go down. Basically what happened to Blur token, if you look at the Blur token, it pumped, got down, and then it oscillates between 50 cents to $1 something, but basically this is this kind of crap movement all along. Arbitrum is a solid project. If we were in a bull market, of course, then it would pump and keep on pumping probably, and this would go on and on. Right now, we're really in a bear market still, so no one knows. We probably should expect something like a pump and then go down, but then no one knows what will happen exactly. Nevertheless, if you're an airdrop farmer, then probably the best way is to sell as early as possible, because again, you want to farm new airdrops and that money can be helpful. Otherwise, you really have time to sell. I mean, at least half an hour if you want to profit from the initial pump, which most of the people expect. Also, as I covered in my previous video, the price that people expect is something between $1 to $2 per Arbitrum token, but no one knows. So if it's significantly less, it's probably a good entry point. If it's significantly more, it's probably a good exit point. But again, this is just pure speculation, and this content is purely for educational purposes on different points of view. So this is only something you can take and use as a basis for your own research, which would be definitely looking into previous tokens. So definitely look at, if you want to understand the price action, look at Blur token, look at Luxray token, look at Optimism in the beginnings, how actually this airdrop got distributed and how the price behaved itself. This is important for understanding what might happen to Arbitrum in the beginning. And thank you for watching again. Subscribe to the channel. I will be coming back to Arbitrum many times over. This is just a solid layer 2 and so many different interesting applications in the ecosystem. So I'll be definitely coming back. Subscribe and see you in the next video.